At the start of the 20th century, Ireland was part of the United Kingdom, but change was on its way. Irish nationalists were demanding home rule, a parliament in Dublin to deal with Irish affairs. But not everyone supported this idea. We're going to explore how Unionists, especially in Ulster, opposed home rule. Unionists were mostly Protestant and wanted to keep strong ties with Britain. They feared that Home Rule would lead to a Catholic dominated government that could threaten their rights, culture, economy, and religion. They believed in the slogan Home Rule is Rome Rule. The first thing that they did to oppose Home Rule was to sign the Ulster Solemn League and Covenant. This was a huge petition to show the amount of opposition to Home Rule. On the 20th of September 1912, nearly 500,000 Unionists, men and women, signed the Ulster Solemn League and Covenant. They promised to use all means necessary to stop Home Rule. It was a peaceful protest, but it showed just how serious Unionists were. Secondly, they formed the Ulster Volunteer Force, the UVF. So in 1913, Unionists took this extra step. They set up the UVF, a private army of over 100,000 men, to resist Home Rule by force if needed. It was a dramatic and a serious step. Thirdly, you have Larne gun running in 1914. The Ulster Volunteer Force may have had 100,000 men, but it didn't have very many weapons whatsoever. Most actually had to parade with wooden guns. But in April 1914, this changed. The Ulster Volunteer Force smuggled in 25,000 rifles and millions of rounds of ammunition from Germany through the port of Larne. It was a bold act of defiance. Unionists were now armed and ready. Germany supplied the guns because it hoped to create a form of civil war in Ireland which would keep the British out of a potential First World War. Fourthly, you have political leadership. You have Edward Carson and you have the Conservative Party in Britain. Unionist leader Sir Edward Carson led the campaign in Parliament and in public. He had strong support from the Conservative Party in Britain, who also were against Home Rule. Together, they delayed the Home Rule Bill again and again. By 1914, Home Rule had passed but wasn't put into effect. Why? Well, because World War I broke out. Both the UVF and the Irish Volunteers joined the British Army. Home Rule was postponed, and Ireland's future would take a very different turn. Many thanks for watching. Please think of liking and subscribing.